Hello boys and girls, welcome to my preview of Arsenal against Manchester United this Sunday. One of the biggest fixtures in the Premier League. Now I know things are a lot different in comparison to the Ferguson versus Wenger era, but there seems to be a little bit of spice to this game again, and it is a massive game. A couple of months ago you would have thought to yourselves, well, Manchester United are not going to be challenging for the top four. This is a kind of game that we should be able to win because Jose Mourinho is not really doing anything. But what have Manchester United done? They sacked Jose Mourinho, they brought in Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and things have completely turned upside down. Now Manchester United are just ahead of us in the league, but we win this game, we go back above them into fourth place. And in terms of qualifying for the Champions League, this game is massive. We win this game, we will finish in the top four. That's my opinion. We lose this game, we won't finish in the top four. You look at Manchester United's form at present away from home. They have won their last 9 games in a row. And you look at our home form and we've won our last 8 games in a row. So something's got to give. Now, I see a lot of Manchester United fans getting ahead of themselves. I see a lot of Manchester United fans getting cocky. I see a lot of Manchester United fans thinking that this is going to be an easy game. Show some respect. Despite the fact of what our result was on Thursday, our home form means you should be respecting us. Out of a possible 45 points this season in the Premier League, we picked up 38. Only Manchester City have beaten us at the Emirates in the Premier League. We have the second best home record in the Premier League alongside Liverpool and only behind Manchester City. So, okay, you won in the FA Cup at the Emirates, but it doesn't mean that you come into this game with your arrogant, cocky self thinking that you're just going to walk all over us. Oh look, Emirates is a dance studio for Jesse Lingard. Show some respect, man. I can't wait till this game. And I'll tell you something, if we win this game, there's a lot of people out there that want to deactivate their social media accounts because I've been saving some stuff for a while. I can't wait for this game. Like I said, it feels like we've got that old spice again. We've got that old added ingredient that's been missing for a while. Maybe it's the fans, maybe it's the players. I don't know. You think of the game at the Emirates in the FA Cup, there were a few flashpoints in that game, few things kicked off. There just seems to be that added spice, like I've been saying. I can't wait for the game. Everything is all there to play for. Do the players need motivation? No, they should not need motivation for this game. They should go and look at what happened in the FA Cup. They should go and look at what the players have been saying. The fact that Jesse Lingard tags the Emirates as his dance floor on Instagram. Use that as your motivation to ram it down their throats. Show them exactly what time it is. I told you lot. Show some respect, man. At the Emirates, we deserve respect. 8 games in a row we've won. Second best record in the Premier League. Nah, man. Listen, I'm fired up for this game. I could play myself. I'm that fired up. But listen, I just want a performance like I saw against Spurs, for example, where we put 110% in. We had a game plan. We executed it perfectly. And if it wasn't for a referee's decision or a missed penalty by Aubameyang in the last minute, it would have been a perfect day. So let's do it again. We know exactly how Manchester United play now. They play counter-attack football. Sit on Pogba. Don't give him the time and space that he craves. Cut the supply line. Lukaku's going to be dangerous because he's on form at the moment. So we know what to expect. And they can be got at. That is the one thing. They've only conceded 1 goal less than us. Now I know that Solskjaer's shored things up, shall we say. But they're still vulnerable. You could still get at them. Burnley scored a couple of goals past them. Last time out against Southampton, they scored 2 goals past them. They had a goal disallowed as well. So we can score goals past them. Unless, of course, David De Gea has one of his unbelievable games like he always does when he plays us. But let's just go out there. Let's enjoy it. Let's all get behind the team. That's the one thing we need to as fans. We need to get behind the players 110%, big time. Make it a fortress, like we did when Liverpool came, like we did when Spurs came, like we did when Chelsea came. Let's do the same again. So with that said, let's go and get into the predicted lineup. Starting off in goal, Leno. Very, very easy decision. I think you lot saw last week exactly why I want this guy as the number one and why he is the number one. No problems whatsoever. Leno in goal. Going to move to a flat 4 and I'm going to keep Mustafi at right back. Simple reason being is that I worry about Lichtsteiner's pace up against the likes of Monreal if he's back and whatnot. And although he made that mistake in the game against Spurs where he pushed Harry Kane over, he actually had a decent game. Apart from that, he wasn't too bad. So I'm just going to keep him there for this one. Needs must, to be quite honest. I wouldn't want Maitland-Niles there. And I don't think Cole Jenkinson's going to get a look in. So I will go with Mustafi. Alongside him in centre defence, we're going to go with Koscielny. Now, the performance I want to see from Koscielny is the one I saw against Spurs, not the one I saw against Rennes. It's as simple as that. Alongside him, I'm going to see Sokratis. And again, the performance I want to see from him is the one I saw against Spurs and not the one I saw against Rennes. Pretty straightforward. In the left-back position, I'm going to go with Kolasinac. I saw what happened to Monreal the other day when he goes up against pace. He got absolutely annihilated. And the one thing Manchester United do have is pace. And I worry about that. Now, I know he's better defensively than Kolasinac, but I think that Kolasinac could cause them more problems by pushing them the other way. So that's my theory, and that's what I'm going to go with. The two that sit in front of that 4, of course, Lucas Torreira is suspended for this game. So I'm going to go with what we started with Spurs. First of all, I'm going to go with Xhaka. And just like what I said with Koscielny and Sokratis, I want to see the same kind of performance that I did against Spurs where he was dominating the midfield and controlling everything. I don't want to see that kind of performance that I saw against Rennes. So yeah, in there, first of all, I'm going to go with Xhaka. Alongside him, I'm going to go with the young lad Guendouzi. And again, I keep referring back to it. I want to see the same kind of performance that I saw against Spurs and not the one I saw against Rennes. The third goal where he was just jogging back. Listen, that's not fucking acceptable. Aaron Ramsey was about 15, 20 yards behind you and he busted a gut to try and get there. And you were just jogging. I know you're 19 years old, but you can't use that as an excuse all the time. Get yourself in there. You're going to have to be on your game seriously because they will run rings around you if you are not. So let's see what happens. I'm going to go with the young lad Guendouzi. Going to go with the attacking 3. And of course, this is where things could be very difficult for this game in terms of selection. And I'm going to go with what I want to see in this game. On the right-hand side, I'm going to go with Mkhitaryan. I felt he was unlucky in the game against Rennes because of the fact that he had to go and play right back. Although he should probably be used to playing right back because he spent most of his time there at Manchester United under Jose Mourinho. But listen, I want to see the performances that I've been seeing over the last month from him because it's one of those games where he's got a chance to prove them wrong. I'm still adamant we've got the better deal out of him and Alexis in terms of what they've produced for the clubs. So yeah, I want to see another big performance from Henrik Mkhitaryan. On the left of that 3, I'm going to go with Alex Iwobi. Didn't do too bad against Rennes, but he's going to have to cause problems. Now, run at Ashley Young. Honestly, please, 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 run at Ashley Young. I could see in the FA Cup game in the first 20 minutes, he was actually shit scared of you. But you just didn't go that extra yard. Go at him. Commit him. He's got fouls in him. Draw them in. Play a little dirty. Play them at their own games. No problems at all, but you've got to have end product. Alex Iwobi. In the middle of that 3, now this is where there's the selection. Mesut Ozil or Aaron Ramsey. Aaron Ramsey, superb against Spurs. And he always is superb when he plays at Wembley. Mesut Ozil been superb over the last few weeks. Given the fact that we're playing at home and I feel we'll have more possession, I'm going to go with Mesut Ozil. I feel, like I said, we will have more possession. We'll have more of the ball. And this is where he comes into his element. and he can dictate things and he can control the pace of the game, and that's what I'm hoping anyway. Aaron Ramsey's a good foil to have to come off the bench. So to start with, I'm going to go with Mesut Ozil. Up front as the main striker, Alexandre Lacazette comes back from his suspension against Rennes, and he's going to be fully ready and fresh and fit and firing for this game. Scored against Manchester United last season. He scored against them this season. I don't care what the panel was saying where they took that goal off him at Old Trafford. That was his goal. End of story. That was his goal. So listen, he's got to be on point. He's got to be doing his job. And I know work rate, you know, and everything else, no problem. But you get the chances like you did against Spurs, you've got to bury them. It's as simple as that. Up front, Alexandre Lacazette. Of course, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is on the bench. I think he's going through a tough time at the moment, but he's the perfect player to bring off the bench if needed. And he can stretch the back line with his pace and everything else. And I hope if he does come on, he can go and get himself a goal, maybe the winning goal, and then all of the past week will be forgotten. So there we go. That is my predicted lineup. It's huge game. And I think it's one of those that can define the season. We win, I think we're going to finish in the top 4. We lose, I don't think we're going to finish in the top 4. It's that simple. The game is massive. We owe them one, and we've got to go and do something about it. So I want to see a big performance, and I want to see another big home performance. So there we go. As usual, let me know in the comment section about my lineup and whether you agree or disagree or what you would go with. There'll be a player ratings after the game. So listen, it's over to the players now. I'll see you lot soon. I'm out of here.